All right, this is on the quadratic formula, so we can solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Before you use the quadratic formula, you want to make sure your equation is in general form, and then you will identify the a, b, and c value and substitute it into this formula. We do need to identify the discriminant and what that could cause if it is a positive, a 0, or a negative. So the first situation, if it's a positive discriminant, you're going to have two unequal real solutions. If your discriminant equals 0, you'll have one solution or a repeated solution. If your discriminant is a negative, you'll have no real solutions, and instead you'll have imaginary or complex solutions, but no real solutions. Where is the discriminant at in the quadratic formula? It's underneath the radical, that square root, it's the radicand. So we're going to go ahead and solve this quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. It's already in general form, so we identify the a value, the b value, and the c value. We're going to substitute into the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So here we go. So negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Simplify. Negative 6 turns out to a positive 6, plus or minus. Negative 6 times a negative 6 is 36. Negative 4 times positive 2 times positive 1 is negative 8 over 2 times 2, which is 4. Continue simplifying. 6 plus or minus the square root. 36 minus 8 is 24 over 4. Now we need to separate out that square root of 24 as the square root of 4 times the square root of 6, because we're looking for a perfect square. And then x equals, this is a perfect square, so square root of 4 is 2. And then we're going to factor the numerator. So we're going to take out the GCF of 2. We're left with 3 plus or minus the square root of 6 over 4. And now we can reduce by a common factor. The common factor between these two terms is 2. So our final answer is 3 plus or minus the square root of 6 over 2. You're welcome to leave the answer like that. Or you can split it up as 3 over 2 plus or minus the square root of 6 over 2, or two separate answers. It doesn't matter. All right. The last thing is compute the discriminant and what does it indicate about the number of solutions. So we're not solving, we're just identifying the discriminant. So here is our equation in general form. Here's our a term, our b term, and our c term. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So we substitute the b in, the a, and the c. And now we simplify. So negative 8 times negative 8 is positive 64. negative 4 times positive 4 times 1 is minus 16. Continue simplifying, combining those terms to give you 48. So this is a number greater than 0. It's a positive. So the situation is you're going to have two unequal real solutions.